Hello. We're back. Tony is a bear. Tony couldn't make it this time, but the rest of us are back. Happy 2017. Hope you all had a good break. Mine was so. How was your break, Omni?
Hello.
Uh-oh. I have my
We're
sound off.
back.
Huh?
Tony is a
The
bear.
dog?
Tony could
Okay.
no,
No.
my
We're at it.
dashboard automatically has the sound on, so
Oh,
stream
cool.
just
Nice.
heard an echo.
Wow.
That's dumb. But Omni, how was your break?
Oh, it was good. I slept at inappropriate times, like between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m., and now I have to have a real schedule again. It's going to be sad.
Same. Nathan?
Yeah, no, it was fine. My folks decided to live in the mountains a couple years ago, so it's a hassle to go visit them. But
Uh,
I don't know. It's nice to get away, I guess.
Mm.
But it's also like internet and phone can be hard to.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
mhm.
I
you gotta-
could not.
It's
Yeah.
I gotta I had to prepare myself to do that. And it was fine. It was fun.
Fair enough. And then Mads.
I didn't go anywhere or do anything. I made games, which is the same thing I do like every day.
Okay.
I also avoided inking a really majestic sheep, and now I've got 5 days to finish it.
I think it's gonna be a great sheet.
Yep.
I can't come up with a plan right now. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. It's fine. The game we are gathered here today to play, get back to playing, is session 3 of Blades in the Dark. Does anybody want to give a recap of how Rem ended up in the middle of a shitstorm?
Does Rem want to?
Does anybody remember how Rem ended up?
Rem talked themselves into a hole, and then the plan didn't go off quite when it was supposed to. Like, there were people that were supposed to be there, but then they were late. And then Rem just kept talking, and it got worse. So now Rem is stuck in the basement.
You're gonna have to be louder to beat out the dog.
I can't be louder.
Beat a dog? What are you talking about?
This is my voice.
The dog is very loud. I can't hear what you're saying.
This is my voice. I can't. Okay. Rem, stuck in the basement of the Black Hole Sun, which is a drug den. Talked yourself into a hole. The original plan didn't go exactly as planned. Everyone else is outside trying to figure out how to get in and get Rem out.
Well, yeah. What was the backup? We did
plan?
this like flashback to set up like the plan B, right?
I believe the backup was just that there were some people who had come to come in and help Rem out, and the fact that they couldn't get into the building cued us off to things having gone wrong.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And our what is the word I'm looking for? Whisper Zul summoned Casper, the not so friendly ghost, to scope out the area and figure out what was going on. And I think when we come back, you're all sitting around not Casper. You're all sitting around Zul, waiting for him to, give you some information. And his eyes are closed, and he's like huffing his ghost incense. And suddenly his mouth opens, and he says, "I see Talitha. That's her name. And there's also something else in her." This is very confusing. But more importantly, Rem is tied up in the basement, and someone else is there? I don't sense any ghost defenses. And that's kind of all I can. And in the middle of a sentence, he just kind of tips backward and falls out flat on the ground.
Well, standing right next to him, but looking and try and like give him a kick, a little bit of a kick, a couple times.
No
To see if he moves.
response.
Take a pulse.
He's alive.
Okay, I'm gonna drag him into a bush. Like a safe looking one.
Okay.
And pat him on the head. Tuck him in.
Kind of curls up on the side.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's you and it's Nuri and Finn.
All right, so just kind of hoping to get a little more out of that. What do you think we should do?
Well, first things first, we have to get Rem out of the basement.
Yeah, I agree.
As to the rest of the plan, if they're already on to us, I don't know that we can follow them back at this point. Should we try to kidnap and interrogate her instead?
Kidnap Rem? What are you talking about?
No, Talitha and Rem.
Yeah, right.
That's a rescue. That's not kidnapping.
I need to mute myself. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Sort of scratching. And well, if the opportunity presents itself, we should definitely take advantage of it to get kidnapped Talitha. But maybe our priority is to get Rena first. What do you think?
Right. Yes. All right. So how about we peek in there to see what the situation is so that we aren't just barging in totally blind. All right. Can I drill a peephole through the wall?
Sure. What action are you using for that?
I'd like to use Wreck to carefully destroy a very small portion of the wall.
Okay.
Well, I mean, knowing how to take down a whole wall will let you know where not to drill to take down the entire wall.
I mean, you can use whatever action you like to do things. Wreck, using Wreck to be careful. Let's see. Let's look at. It's been a while since I played this game. Let's look at what kind of role that is. I think it would have been controlled, but this is risky because you're using. Yeah, you're using carefully applied sabotage.
Yeah, well, mainly I could also use Tinker. I was thinking because I have a saboteur skill to wreck unnoticeably, so I was hoping to do it kind of on the down low.
Oh yeah, if you have a sneaky wreck skill, then it makes sense.
Yeah,
to wreck.
Yeah, that's my Tinker. Sorry, leech skill.
Gotcha. Okay, then in that case, it's definitely controlled. A controlled wreck roll. And what kind of tools are you using?
I have fine wrecker tools.
Is that part of your load, or you just have that?
Yeah, it's a one load.
Okay, so make sure you mark that off.
Mm-hmm.
When you use it, that it counts toward part of your load that you set at the beginning of.
Yeah, it's got a little box I can click on the character sheet. It looks like.
Which loadout did you pick at the beginning of this mission? I don't see it.
Light.
I think we all did light.
Yeah, but then we have that. I know we have a crew thing that we get 2 extra load.
Oh, okay. Okay, just reacquainting myself. Make sure that your load is checked off on your sheet.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is. It's above. I forgot that it's above items.
Yeah. I checked it off for you, but
cool.
Just in the future, remember, so that I know. Okay, so yeah. So what does it look like when you're drilling this hole. Like there's a bunch of like drunk rich people banging on the back door.
Yeah, so I'm going to sort of sidestep the the drunk rich people and climb up on a box and pull out a drill that is maybe larger than it needs to be, and just get to work.
All right, so controlled rec roll. Because you're using fine tools, your effect is bumped up to great, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever is above standard.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's standard, limited, and great.
Okay, 4 or 5, you hesitate. Do it with a minor complication. You have reduced effect. You suffer lesser harm. You end up in a risky position. Um, let's see. You are very covert, so I'm not gonna say that they notice, but they don't notice you drilling a hole in the wall. Maybe instead the box underneath you like cracks a bit as you're doing it. You get it done, but the box underneath you cracks and like your foot goes all the way through and
Mm-hmm.
your leg is stuck in it, but your hole is drilled.
All right.
And now you just have to get your leg out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And also peek through the hole.
Right. Yeah. Can I still see?
No, your leg is stuck in the box. You're like down.
Oh,
You're down.
Okay.
It's like a big box.
Yeah.
Hey, Finn, help me get my leg out of the box.
Yeah. Well, so over the course of that, I would have been walking around trying to survey the place, but at that, yeah, like walk over. All right. How?
And while you're like examining her leg stuck in this box, you hear the back door creak open a bit, and the loud voice of a bouncer starts shouting at the drunk people and telling them to fuck off.
Like looking back and forth between the two. All right, sure. Let me try and help. So I like go behind and try and like pull her up out of the box.
Okay. Do you care if you make noise? Do you care about any of that, or are you just yanking her out?
Well, I would like to think I could do that with a little bit of finesse.
All right. Finesse. I think the box would make like a very loud cracking noise if you do it the wrong way. So I'm gonna call it risky, and somebody's like right at the door. So risky finesse roll, standard effect.
Risky standard effect. And remind me, I don't get a bonus die for just having the one, right?
Just having the one.
The one die.
We could offer devil's bargain. Nuri could try and like assist you since she's right there, or she could just lay like a dead fish and let you do all the work. It's up to her.
No, I could try to assist.
Yeah. All right. So I'd say, okay. This looks like your legs in there pretty deep. I might need your help to hold the box steady.
All right. So on the count of 3, I'll push up against this wall and you pull. All right.
All right. So you got one help from Nuri. Devil's bargain. That I will say that the box was full of
snakes.
No, it was full of the lotus like tar. And if you take this, Nuri is going to be leaving lotus footprints with one foot for the rest of this mission. If you take that
die. No, I'm not going to take that.
All right. It's full of like paper. It's totally fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Right. All right. Cool. All right. So with 1 dice, risky, standard, finesse.
Yeah.
Lovely, you say.
Nice.
So yeah, the two of you, like, with minimal fuss and noise, managed to get her free of the box. You've got
Maybe
a
we're
peephole.
acting like we were drunk too. Like,
Yeah,
oh.
you like totally escape all notice. So the two of you are there. There's a cracked box. There's a peephole, uh, carefully drilled into the wall. The drunk people pounding at the back door are starting to be dispersed a little bit forcefully. You can hear like some sort of like truncheon or something whacking people.
This might be our chance to get in. What do you think?
Go for it.
All right. So then, hoping to avoid confrontation, at least in like trying to get in. I think we're gonna have to. Can I take a look around at like so? All right. So where are we like on the building? So we're on the face of the building near the door, but are we close to the corner at all?
I mean,
I
if
was
you
hoping
want
to
to
have had a
be,
chance to survey like what the building looks like, or if any of us would know. Maybe this is appropriate for a flashback, but
yeah. I mean, what exactly is it that you want to know about the building?
is this like the is this our best chance to get in, or is there like a window or open like access
think
above?
I think we flashed back to that already, or we planned it.
I
And
must
when I rolled it, I only knew
Yeah.
about like the front door and the back door.
Yeah. Do we know where the basement is in relation to the entrance that we're in?
Yeah, I forgot to write any of that down.
The closest entrance to the basement is in the back door. It's like the entrance to the basement where Rem is kept is part of the like back room of the establishment.
Right. So that's where we are, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's good.
So yeah, how are you trying to get in? What does that look like?
Well, I don't think we do really well against a big bouncer.
What if? Well, how about
I mean, you never
stay
know.
and work this peephole thing, and you try to get inside.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So
Like, if there's an emergency and I need to also come inside, I'll just blow up the wall.
I mean, that
So
is
it's fine.
sure. All right. Okay. So then, sort of steadying myself because, like, I mean, this isn't exactly my forte. I approach the door, with a little try to like with a little bit of swagger.
There's like this big bouncer guy, and he's holding like a billy club, and he's like threatening the rich people to get away. They're like, "My
How
father will hear about this. Yeah, you bastard."
how big is this guy? If I'm like 6 feet.
He would be a few inches taller than you, and like his shoulders are very broad. Like that's why he got hired.
Okay, so
Pretty
right. So he probably has like 50, 60 pounds of like muscle on me or something. Okay, so then it's excuse me, what are we not allowed in? What's going on?
He would look down at you, and he's like, "The place is closed."
It doesn't look like that to me. Why are you? I'm confused. We're just looking to get inside.
He's
What time of day is it?
he just shakes his head. He's like, "These fucking druggies." Look, it's close to dawn. I'm sure you have a bed somewhere. Go lay in it. We're closed.
Well, what time do you open then? Is there someone here I can talk to? I'm inclined not to believe you. Sir.
He's like getting like more and more frustrated. I think we need a roll to see how this goes over.
Cool.
What are you using to
To
bamboozle
talk
this
to the
guy?
Oh, geez.
manager?
Sorry, I'm trying to look at like literally any of the resolve ones because those are the ones I have no skills in.
Well, what else are you good at?
All right, to give a short summary, a little bit of survey, a little bit of tinkering, finesse, prowl, and skirmish.
Um,
Pretty empty on everything else.
I mean, prowl and
okay.
skirmish would
Yeah.
have been like better to start with in the first place, but
Well, yeah.
I mean, could we retcon it a little bit? Go back so that you could just try and sneak past him?
You could still. Oh, here. I mean, maybe I can call out and start yelling at this guy in order to try to create an opportunity for you to sneak past him, behind him.
Perfect.
Alternately, you could just blow up the wall, and that's a great opportunity to sneak past.
That's Plan B. All right, so I'm gonna look over and noticing that Finn is running into a little trouble. I'm going to fall off the box and yell, like, "Oh my god, these boxes are a hazard! Somebody get over here and help me with this!" Like yelling at this bouncer.
all right, what action are you using to create a distraction here?
Okay. What would be applicable for that? Let me look at my available actions.
I mean, it sounds like sway.
Yeah.
Finesse to fall believably but not hurt yourself.
Wreck to just like start throwing around boxes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe if more so than yelling at him, I try to look like I'm creating a physical destructance by running into boxes. Like maybe I'm a super drunk person who's...
You're just like the Tasmanian devil in the alley, just flinging around shit.
Yeah.
But also you're destroying their merchandise.
Yeah. What's in this box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna fall off the box and then loudly try to open the box and fling bits of wood at the crowd.
All right.
Is this a wreck?
That sounds like wreck.
Okay.
I think he's not on to the idea that there's like something more going on, so this is just risky instead of desperate.
Okay. Standard effect.
Standard effect, unless you're for some reason using your fine wrecking tools, like you're trying to like a beautiful sledgehammer or something.
I feel like that would tip him off to the fact that I'm not a random drunk person, so no.
It doesn't sound like anyone's in a position to help.
No, I don't think so.
You could push yourself or devil's bargain. Can anybody think of a good one?
Would this place
like, I mean, he could come over and start causing me problems, I guess.
Yeah. I guess if you take that die, he's gonna come over and try to fight you. He's gonna try and do some harm.
Premises.
Oof.
Or rather, let's say, regardless of how this goes, you're gonna take one harm from his truncheon.
Right. I think that I do have 2 dice in wreck, so I think I'm going to pass because that would probably hurt our effects in the long term.
Okay. All right, a risky 5. You do it, but there's a consequence.
Okay.
So yeah, the bouncer is like, hey, what are you doing over there? And he comes your way. But he's like totally boxed you in into like a little like uh, not cul-de-sac, but dead end in the alley, and he's cornered you with his truncheon.
Okay. Well, so is but Finn has an opportunity to sneak past now, right?
Oh yeah, there's like a whole crowd of people that are walking in.
Sweet. Okay.
They're like, oh, that guy fucked off. Let's go.
All right. But now this guy is cornering me.
Yeah, you're cornered. Finn can get in. So let's Finn, you go in. Do you go immediately to the basement?
Yeah, well, looking around, like who's all here besides the rich druggies.
You can
Correct.
hear some alarmed people in the front of the building. Would you recognize Talitha's voice?
I mean, it was there.
Yeah, she was there. So you hear her sounding very confused that a bunch of random drunk people just came in the back of the building. And there are some people that are like trying to come in from the other side of the building and get these people out. There's like this little like tussle happening now in the back room, but nobody's paying attention to you specifically.
All right. Well, so like pulling on my cloak, like looking, trying to look around for the basement.
You see a trapdoor.
The trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
Like where in relation to the other door? Basically trying to think like is it worth it to try and like sneak open the other door while they're like
What do you mean the other door?
So the other door to
the front of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
then go to the trapdoor.
So if I could draw a little thingy, let's say that this is the back room. The door to the front room would be like right there. The back door would be like right here.
Mhm.
And the trap door is in the corner here.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I don't see anything.
It's below the map.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
It's pink.
Everything I draw is pink. So yeah, door to the front of the house, back door to the alley, trap door to the basement. Bunch of people like pushing and shoving.
So where would Talitha and their group be in relation to?
They're in this area. They like just came in
yeah.
and they're like, "What the fuck? Get the fuck out!"
I think it's gonna be worth it to try and open the back door first. No.
I thought we came in the back door.
Yeah, the back door is open.
Or you, rather.
Excuse me. I had things flipped. I thought I'd come in the front door. But okay, I got things confused. All right. So forgetting all that, I'm gonna try and sneak through to the trapdoor.
Okay. So prowl, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Risky, because they could notice you opening the door, but you have a situational bonus die because they're currently distracted with trying to push all these drunk people out of their establishment. Devil's Bargain. If you take the die, I don't know. Anybody think of one?
The only thing I think of is him getting noticed, but I feel like that's the natural consequence of failing anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
the
trapdoor.
people.
Oh no, that's if the trapdoor locks behind you.
Maybe somebody closes the back door again.
Because they're gonna close the back door anyway.
Yeah, I can't really think of one.
Yeah.
So, but you can push yourself if you want. So you have one bonus die from the situation. And you can take stress to get another one.
I feel like I'm gonna need. How many stress die? You know what? Sure. I'm gonna just to make sure. Oh wait. My bad.
Wait,
Oh,
no, that's right. If you have
Yeah.
2 dice and prowl, the 1 situational dice, and pushing yourself.
right. How many dice? Yeah,
Yeah.
dice and prowl do you have?
Yeah. I have 3.
Okay, so you
Okay.
just took the situational die. You didn't
Yeah, I
take
only took
extra.
the situation to push myself.
Okay.
Okay, so a 5 on a risky. Um, let's see. You do it. So you do manage to sneak into the trapdoor, but I think I
Make a
think
sound as I close it.
mm,
Well, wait. How am I/Rem tied up? Is it with rope, with chain?
with rope. You're like in a bag and then they tied ropes around the bag.
Okay.
Let's see. 5 you do it, but I think I think maybe going in, you carefully open the trapdoor and you slip down and you're carefully closing it. But as you're like trying to lower it down, one of the drunk people like stomps on it as they're pushed back, and it like slams into your head and you kind of fall down the rest of the ladder. And you can take 1
Right.
harm, bruised.
All right. Yeah.
So Rem, from your point of view in the darkness of the bag, you hear, so here's what happens for you. You get tied up, you're put down there, and you're like trying to figure out if you can get out of the ropes. And like in your struggles you hear someone else also wriggling around, and then the door above you opens, you hear a bunch of thundering footsteps, there's a bunch of shouting. It gets briefly louder as the trapdoor opens. And then you hear like footsteps, and then the trapdoor slams shut and a body hits the ground.
Okay. And in that time that I've been just tied up,
Mhm.
I've been trying to get to the blade or two that I have on me so I can
Okay.
like cut at the ropes and bag.
What action are you using to do that?
Um, I don't have like any prowess.
Yeah, it sounds like finesse, but you can do.
Yeah. Well, is there anyone else that was in the room with, or would I think there's anyone else in the room
You
with
heard
me, or did
somebody
I?
else like struggling in the same way you are, as if there was somebody else like tied up,
Okay.
but they are
Before
only
the whole
making
trapdoor
like,
thing.
yeah, they're just making muffled like I'm gagged noises.
Okay. In that case, I would be trying to use prowl to do it kind of sneakily, like
Okay.
trying not to move too much.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's how I roll things. Prowl. What position and effect would it be?
I think it's controlled because nobody else is there, but
Okay.
the effect is limited because you are tied up.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna go for any bonus die. That seems like it. No, I'm gonna push myself for 1.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
Devil's Bargain.
Oh, I
Uh,
can't push myself and do a devil's
oh,
bargain.
that's right. That's right. Okay, so a 4 on a risky. Um, yeah, you managed to get to the blade and cut through the bag and the ropes.
Hmm.
But you nick yourself doing it.
Okay.
1 harm. We'll call it, I don't know, shallow cut.
Laceration.
Okay.
Laceration is a good word. Also,
That makes it sound really serious, though.
Yeah, that sounds more serious.
Mild laceration.
Yeah.
So would it
minor
be
minor
mild or would it, yeah,
laceration.
minor, right? Yeah.
So maybe I'm like trying to like slowly wiggle myself out of the bag that I'm and ropes that I'm now freed from when this whole trapdoor mess happens.
Oh yeah. So you see Finn come in and he's like trying to slowly close the door, and then there's a loud thump as somebody like stomps on it in the fight above him, and he like falls down to the ground in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very quietly Rem's like, that'll be Fergal, he's a bit rowdy.
Oh,
Finn, you notice another body like struggling in a bag.
Yeah, and Rem is pointing up to the door that just slammed on top of your head.
all right. Well, like I scramble to my feet and say, "Oh, you're so you're out." I guess I should have expected
Yeah,
that.
and Rem's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Holds up like mildly lacerated arms.
Uh, all right. Well, one thing at a time. Who is that? Who was that? You said?
And Rem's like, I have no idea who that is, but that above you is most likely Fergal.
Oh, all right. Well, should we see who that was? Who? Why else would they want to have tied up somebody here?
Well, I think you may want to have something ready just in case it's someone that we'll need to kill and then fight our way out of here entirely. But yeah, I can cut them free. Rem like tosses the blade up, catches it very awkwardly. It's
Well, we could
just
just cut the bag and just see who it
yeah.
is, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying have like a weapon ready and pointed at them.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I would slide out my blade.
Okay. Then I'll cut the bag open. Like just at the head, pull pull it open.
So you cut the bag open. Inside is a woman. It's kind of hard to tell her age. She's like very thin. Like you've seen people like this before, like street thin. She doesn't eat a lot. She kind of smells bad. She looks like a, you know, run of the mill back alley ragamuffin. She's gagged and she looks like terrified of you.
Okay. Rem immediately slams a hand over her mouth, tells her to be quiet, and is just like, we're going to take the gag out of your mouth. And you're going to very quietly tell us who you are and why you're here. And we can get you out of this mess.
She like nods.
All right, then I do it. Like, take the gag off under the pan, and it's just like, and if you scream, the stagger right here that I used to set you free goes straight into your little heart, and then I'm gonna eat your heart. And then all of the eyes open, all of Rem's spider eyes open for a brief
She
second.
like rears back and like tries to scuttle, but she's like already backed up against the wall.
Yeah,
Like I get a shiver
good,
down.
good.
Like I don't even see the eyes, but I know they're open.
Yeah. Rem's like, good. Slowly moves the hand away.
She's just looking at you terrified. Like she doesn't want to say shit. She's just like looking around, like where even the fuck am I?
Rem's just like, now who are you?
And my name's Cass.
And why are you currently in the basement of this fine establishment?
I don't know. I was on the street, like, just looking for something to eat, as you do. And these people snatched me up, and then I'm here. And what's wrong with you?
Uh, Probably a great many things. My family would tell you all about it. They're not here. Who cares?
Why are
What
you one of
happened
the
to
people that kidnapped me?
And I was like, no, dear, I have no interest in you at all. You're completely not my type.
She relaxes a little bit.
Did you overhear anything when they kidnapped you?
Well, they said I would I'd do for what, I don't know, but she shrugs. I have no idea who these people are. I don't even know where I am.
Okay. And I was like, well, I'm going to leave you right here for now, in case there's a scuffle upstairs, just so you don't die.
You can't leave me with these people.
Oh, no, 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 no. Not with these people. Just in this spot, you can sit right there at the bottom of that ladder from that trapdoor. And we'll come back and get you out.
She kind of cautiously nods.
And just like, we just need you to be out of the way, that's all. And then is gonna take like Finn off to the side of the room and just be like, so actually no wait, Rem doesn't know anything about like what Zul saw or anything. It's like,
Yeah.
but I think the dot and a tune and Rem being Taikarosi, she probably knows that like you'll do might mean some kind of ritual, just not what the ritual would be or anything else about it. Zerum goes off to the side with Finn and is just like, I do believe that girl's a sacrifice.
This sounds like it might not be our problem right now.
Oh no, it's certainly not our problem.
And like with that ear cocked to upstairs, like is there still sound going on?
It's quieting down a bit. It sounds like Talitha and her folks are managing to get the drunk rich people out.
And
As much
we,
money as they have, they're not as good at fighting.
yeah. Hmm. I think our first priority is to get back and get out and reevaluate positions.
Reevaluate what? I'm sorry.
Oh, reevaluate where we're at when the three of us are back outside. As in,
Yeah.
like, all three of the PCs right now.
Gotcha.
Also, question, what was the score originally for?
Follow Talitha and see where she goes after Black Hole Sun closes.
Okay. In the room that we're in, is it lit or unlit? Like, are there shadows that we could hide in? Or
They're
somewhere we could
definitely
hide?
shadows, yes. There's probably like a lamp that's almost completely died out in one corner.
Okay. Then I have an idea. What if we hide down here? We like make it look like Rem snuck out during all the commotion somehow. Like, bag is right at the bottom of this trapdoor, like trailing slightly up the ladder.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like the rope, like looks like it was clearly cut and all that.
Yeah. Because I mean, it is going to look clearly cut. There's going to be a little bit of blood. Maybe I'll just like take some of it and bandage up arm so it looks like Rem did something to stop it. That's why there's no blood trailing elsewhere.
Sure. Well, I think it would behoove us to, or would have behooved me to, like, try and figure out, like, how many of Talitha's people were upstairs before I snuck down. Just even like a cursory glance.
Yeah, that's something that you could have done.
Because, like, if it was like 12 people upstairs and there are going to be multiple people coming down the ladder, I'm not so sure how good that would have been. So could a flashback just to that, like that moment, like ducking inside and looking over a table.
You just want to know how many people were in the room above you?
Yeah.
You could have just seen that. That's not even a
Sure.
roll. There's
Okay.
plus Talitha included. There's about 6 of them.
All right. Well, after hearing that plan, well, there were about 6 people upstairs.
Okay.
How many people do you think would be coming down here? Do you remember how many people were with you when you were bound and gagged?
That
Probably
I
only
think,
took 2 of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
2, maybe 3 at a stretch.
Mm.
That's like if Talitha didn't want to get her own hands dirty.
Right.
So yeah, Rem would answer back like 2, maybe 3 will come down here.
Trying to like steady myself a little bit. Sure. So, well, like looking around, like how many sort of like how many spots would there be? Like how dark would the room be?
I mean, it's dark enough for you to hide if you want to ambush or something like that, or just not be seen. Like you guys are professional thieves.
Right.
Yeah, I would say hide to not be seen, get Cass to work with us and tell her this is the only way to like get out. Would be to play dumb, say, yeah, no, she just like cut herself out, cut open the bag to see who I was, and then left me here, which seems perfectly within Rem's character. And it's definitely not what Rem was going to do anyway.
All right. Sure. Let's do it. Yeah.
Right. So we'll like set everything up quickly.
And maybe
Rem
I'll
was
climb up the ladder and prepare to like lift and slam the trapdoor.
So are you guys just assuming Cass is going to go along with this?
Oh no, like
Then
part
you
of setting it
throw
up
her.
is Rem being like, all right, you're gonna need to play dumb.
She
You
squints
saw
at
me,
you.
I cut myself out. I cut open the bag to see who you were, saw that you weren't worth enough, and left you here. Okay?
How does
That's
that help me?
because
I
we're still going to be here hiding in the corner.
Oh.
This is the best way to get you out without getting you dead.
All right. But if I see anything funny looking from you two, I'm going to tell them you're here. I'm dead anyway.
Let's see, Rem does have a blade or 2. So, and it's only 1 box for the or 2. So Rem is just like, and take this. Takes out the other blade, like tucks it into the bag so it'll be in her hands if she needs it.
She's definitely way more willing to go along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, cool, sweet.
But so is she? Have you like secret untied her so that she's pretending to be tied up, or she's still actually tied up?
She's still mostly tied up,
Okay.
but like she now has a weapon in her hands.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 3 of you kind of settle into your places to await Talitha's people coming down to get you all. And let's cut back over to Nuri, who's
Gosh.
in an alley. There's a bunch of wreck boxes all around you, and this bouncer comes at you with his truncheon. And he's scowling at you, and he's like, "Look, you little rat, get away from there!"
Hey man, I'm just trying to find some water or something for my friend. He pre-gamed a little too hard and he is out in that bush over there. Does that ever happen to you?
I don't give a shit about your friend. Get away from this building.
Come on, you know that one guy, there's always that one, he just doesn't know his limits. Now I gotta drag him home and he's like a foot taller than me, dude.
Are you an idiot? Leave.
Huh? Can I consort with this guy? That's what I'm trying to do.
Consort. I consort is like if you knew somebody that knew him.
I thought it was kind of like either to pull up contacts or to kind of like friendlily smooch around.
Just looking for it.
Or schmooze, I guess is the word.
Yeah, it's schmoozing with people to gain access to resources, information, people, or places. But in either case, you can't really. He's not in a position for you to schmooze with. Like you have like zero. He has zero reason to listen to anything you say.
All right.
He's completely uninterested.
All right. Can I just go pretend to get Zool out of the bush then and kind of hope that he stops watching me?
I mean, he's going to watch you because that was the complication from your role. Like, that's a consequence you have to deal with. You can't just, like, ignore it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
if you got him to a position where he was willing to listen to you, like you had some sort of leverage.
Right, but I do not. All right. How about if I just go all out and try to pour something on this guy? Like,
You do have many things for that
yeah,
purpose.
I've got standstill potion or poison to cause temporary paralysis.
Okay. Probably. I feel like just pouring it on somebody isn't enough.
I can. Well, I've got blow darts.
Oh well, then
That
yeah.
I could use. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just like hit him in the neck with a trike dart or something.
Yeah. I think that would be probably what is that, like finesse or skirmish probably.
Could be finesse, could be skirmish, could be prowl if you're trying to be sneaky about it.
Probably prowl because I can't overpower him, so I'm trying to kind of catch him by surprise.
Yeah, prowl is the ambush action.
Okay, I'll do that.
So your position is, it's not desperate because he has no idea that you are the type of person that'll blow dart a motherfucker in the alley. So he totally doesn't see it coming. So risky. Um, do your items give you any increased effect?
No, only if it's a tinker or wreck.
Okay, then standard effect. I can't think of any devil's bargain unless somebody else can. Nobody's here to help.
All right, let's go.
Or you can push yourself if you like. Okay, so 3 is a failure.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, I think I also have a side effect from using the alchemical. You have a harm poisoned level 1.
He would or you would? He would. Right?
I would.
You take harm from just using it?
See, alchemicals are volatile and dangerous. When you use an alchemical, you suffer a side effect based on its type. You may resist this consequence with a resistance roll. Could I try to do that?
Hold on. Let me look at this.
Sure. It's page 70.
All right. Because you have a complication from getting a 3 already.
Right.
Harm. There we go. Side effects. Then you use standstill potion.
I think it's poison.
Poison. Standstill poison. Huh. I think it's weird because like some of them have side effects. Oh wait, I see side effect. Okay, I got it. Haha. Okay. Are you an alchemist special ability person?
I'm not.
So I think, all right. So you got a 3, which is very not good. So I think what happens is you accidentally unless you resist it, what will happen is you prick yourself in some way. Like
Mm-hmm.
you accidentally get yourself this blow dart as you're trying to like sneakily set it up while looking at him so that he doesn't know that you're doing it. And you will take 1 harm poison from it.
So would
And
that?
you'll be paralyzed for a bit.
So I would have 2 harm,
Right.
and I'd be paralyzed.
Yeah. So, but you can roll to resist this.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. How do I do a resist roll again?
It's the attribute that your action is under. So I think
Hmm.
prowl is under prowess ?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you roll prowess. And how does resisting work? Oh well.
I think it's like
Aha!
the.
You reduce or avoid the consequence and take 6 stress minus your highest die result.
Oh boy. Okay.
But no matter what, the consequence doesn't happen.
So that's 3 stress. Do I still get the 1 harm for side effect?
No, the consequence is gone. No
Okay.
consequences.
Cool.
So so you don't like you catch yourself just before you like get the poison into you. Maybe you just drop the dart altogether, but you don't get poisoned. He doesn't get poisoned. He's still pretty angry at you and is probably going to try to fight you when we get back from this break.
All right.
Cool.
So we're going to take a quick break, resolve how Nuri is going to get past this bouncer, whether Zol is going to be rescued, ? Whether anybody is going to be rescued, ? Will the mission ever get done? We'll find out when we return in about 5 minutes. Thank you for stopping by.